Hi! Hi everyone, it hasn't been too long since my last video, and I'm really hoping it hasn't been. I'm really hoping that I can get more consistent at posting videos, long forms, not short forms. I'm pretty consistent at posting short forms. But hi! Today I'm going to be showing you how I basically mastered this little short I did and the steps I did to get through it. So let's just get right into it. Step 1. Forget to stop recording. It will already be 5 minutes. I'm joking, don't do this step, otherwise you will be pretty behind. Yeah. Actual step 1. Having a vision on how it should look. Why do you need a vision on how it should look? If you don't have a vision on how it should look, right, it cannot come out like one of these kind of videos. Was not one of my most successful videos, but it was pretty cool and I really loved it. And that's the reason why, like, with that video, right, I had tons of visions of how it should look. And I was really excited to get working on it because I saw the audio. I'm like, oh yeah, I can definitely do this. And that leads us on to our other little step. Step 2, confidence and motivation. Listen, this step can be very, very hard to obtain sometimes. Sometimes not a lot of people have confidence in themselves, and sometimes people just lose motivation halfway through a project. I understand that. But one way that you can get motivation out again is going to YouTube and just uploading the video already. Maybe with like a little end message asking if people can motivate them again. And then once you've done that, people can like put in comments, tell you how they feel like it's pretty good and that they're motivating you to continue going, and that's amazing. I did that with through the Patches of Violet video, and I really enjoyed doing it. I really enjoyed reading the comments, even if some of them were pretty basic, but they were very nice. Thank you. Step 3, correct song choice. What I mean by correct song choice is pick a song that you know. Pick a song that you know the lyrics to. If you do not know the lyrics to a song, or it's not like a trend, I'm not saying that you have to do trends, by the way. Trends are completely optional. But if it's not a song that you know, I suggest not doing it, or maybe learning the lyrics and stuff like that, and maybe listening to other songs instead to see which one you can choose. Remember, you can be working on so many projects at a time, and I do not suggest that, because then you can be so overloaded and your schedule is all over the place. So, what I mean by choose the right song, pick a song that you know the lyrics to, and you feel confident in doing. Step 4, the final step, transitions and fonts, basically text. Need to have some sort of brief overview on all the kind of animations that you can put for your fonts and, well, text obviously. Then you have to go over the fonts as well. You need to scan over. You need to have a check. You need to see how your program works and what you can do with that. If you feel like you can be very creative with your program, then that's absolutely amazing. If you don't think you can, move to a different one. But what I have to say for you, pick the correct fonts that go with the little, whatever the hell it's called, with the audio that you're using, and then make sure to use the right animation / transitions. So then it goes with everything within this animation as well. I'm going to run, after this, I'm going to give you a run through on how I made the little thing. These were all just the steps. You're not ready. Putting it all together. as you can see here, I obviously was not ready for the recording to start because I was obviously like 5 minutes late. Yeah. You can see that I am putting in the text. I'm not doing anything too crazy, just text, analyzing text, more text. It's nothing that bad. Lagging. Let me just change that. So now you can see here, instead of waiting till the end to change up my little animations, I actually do them when I'm doing this. Have you ever seen a technique like this before? I'm guessing you probably have, right? But if you haven't, I do this little technique where I place in the text and then I just do the entry animation, not the exit, because the exit is always going to be fade. I always used to fade out. But like, you also want to focus on the colors of your text. As you can see, I'm using a ton of purple, kind of flashbacks to Patches Violet video, but I'm using a ton of purple and then red for the keywords, right? This is my dang, what is it? I'm just a complex. Am I just a complex kind of video? That one. I will play it up on screen right now. I think that's one of my best videos as well, by the way. But I was really proud of it. So you already got the finished product. This is me making the little animation. So I do end up taking about 20 minutes on this. Well, maybe even 30 if you want to count that. But this was very hard to put together. If you can't tell, you can just see all the aligning I have to go through, all this kind of stuff. And it gets me like, oh my gosh, I need to do this ASAP. I didn't put any of those really special effects in like I did through the Patches of Violet. You know what, maybe I'll just play through the Patches of Violet right now. Play it. Is one of my best videos. I really enjoyed making it. That's the one that I actually need the motivation to. Yeah, that's how long it took me and how like difficult it was to like put it all together and stuff like that. Because at first I had these little things that like weren't really working with me. So then I had to go back. I had to edit them. That actually took me 2 days. That one took me 2 days. So yeah, so that was actually a pretty cool edit. But I didn't end up adding any of those special effects inside of this one except for when the Vegemite spins because I like Vegemite. Yay! You'll see maybe right now? I don't know. But it'll come up in a minute. I'll point it out when it there. Well, it doesn't spin yet because I changed it to spin. But it's a very cool feature where you can like opacity and stuff like that, blah blah blah. I won't go too deep into it, but really, really, really cool. Program I use is also KineMaster, by the way. I don't know if I'm saying that right, but yeah. I only got KineMaster a few weeks ago, and I decided to use it for editing my videos and making little shorts. And I feel like it's been going pretty well. So, you tell me if there's any more softwares I should probably use. I am not using CapCut. No way I'm using CapCut ever again. But I feel like I'm doing pretty good so far. Now you can see I'm just doing the normals, blah blah blah, blah 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 blah. But then, do you notice something that I do a lot? Instead of just keeping everything how it is, I go over it a lot. I start from the start a lot. even if I've just finished, like, just fixed something up, I go from the start, I watch it a few more times, a few more times, a few more times. Why do I do that? So I know everything is perfect. You want this to all be perfect. Well, I mean, obviously nothing is perfect, but you want this to be proper. You want this to look nice. So that's why I suggest you go from the start and you rewatch it about 3 times before going in and doing another little paragraph or whatever the hell it's called. Sorry if I sound a little sick. I am sick. Most of my videos I'm sick. But this was one of the most exciting things I could do. It's also a trend. Could you imagine? It's also a trend. I really enjoyed this one. But you can see how I'm trying to mess around with the fonts here. Like with the I, instead of making it just like the normal font, I decided to go with more of a weird kind of font. But yeah, I've decided to try and go a little outside the box. Could you ever imagine? Little Millie going outside of the box. That's just me, right? But I really enjoyed this little part of the song. This part, I had so much struggle. I had so much like trouble trying to figure out what I could do for dancing in, right? So I'm dancing in the humidity because of how hot it gets in Australia. And me and my family might be going to the pool, but not like a bit later, but maybe like tomorrow. So that's really cool. But this is real cool. Oh wait, I meant like at the time of recording this, because this is probably gonna come out before Ezra's birthday, and I really hope it does, that I'm not busy on his birthday. So this is pretty accurate to Australia. Vegemite, humidity, all that kind of stuff. Now listen, you might have this one little question. When you look at the start of this whole thing, there's 3 things that people call me. I'm called American, I'm called British, and I'm called Spanish. Don't ask how I'm called Espanol. But I'm called Spanish because I took like a week of Duolingo. Duolingo Spanish. And I can swear at people in Spanish. They think I'm saying actual words. So it's very nice. Now, you might be seeing the video is coming towards an end. And I'm pretty sad as well. I really want to do a rant video on just random stuff with my life. Comment down below if you want to see that, please. And 50 sub Q&A will be coming up very, very soon. I hope you all enjoyed this video. Make sure to like, subscribe, turn on post notifications so you know whenever I post a new video, short or community post. I really hope you all enjoyed this video. And have a great day. Bye. Or no, I don't know.